Hello, everybody out there on YouTube, and welcome to race number 22, I want to say. Yes, race 22 of Season 9 NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series action. I am Levi McIntyre, a.k.a. ThrashManiac99, the voice of NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Sirius Satellite Radio at the Glen here at Watkins Glen International. 9 laps of racing here at this road course, and time is ticking for people to try to get into the chase for the championship, and as well as getting in the top 30 to be eligible and get locked into future races. So before we get started, speaking of the points, let's take a look at them. Coming in this week, Johnny Gardner leads the points by 27 points over DJ Curtis. Third is Dylan Young, fourth Dorian Facepuncher, fifth is David Rivera. Sixth is Pichu London, seventh Trent Dunham, eighth is Katie Cochran, ninth Anthony McCreary, and then 10th is Preston Plord. The rest of the top 20 is Tanner Sullivan, Tim Walsh, PJ Williams, Carson Gum, Seth Cole, Michael Norman, Jesse Setti, Matt McIntyre, Charles Sanford, and Dylan Thoreau. This week, as far as the battle within trying to get in the top 30, Kyle Matthews, 58 points out of Angel Navarro, Chase Oliver is 60 points out, and so on and so forth. That is pretty much the battle right now. But out of those guys, Chase Oliver made it in to the race. Kyle Matthews didn't. So Chase Oliver, who is actually on the pole for today and could go for his second win this season, and if he were to win, and in hopes to have Angel Navarro run into problems, Chase Oliver could get his second win this season, and also a bigger chance to get in that top 30 and carry over those two wins for a wild card spot battle. So it's going to get heated here in the next few weeks. Lineup check. Starting in the last row will be Matt McIntyre and Angel Navarro. Speaking of, taking a look at the top 10 lineup. Chase Oliver on the pole. Starting next to him is Zach Rogers. Row 2 is Jesse Setti and DJ Curtis. Row 3 is Johnny Gardner and Seth Cole. Row 4, Anthony McCreary and Aaron Henderson. And then row 5, Dorian Facepuncher and David Rivera. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get the command to fire engines for the Sirius Satellite Radio at the Glen.
Drivers, start your engines!
Cars rolling off for their quick half a pace lap, if you want to call it that, or quarter pace lap. So a lot of riding's going to be on this race as far as the point standings are concerned, because after today, it's only 4 races left until the chase for the championship. Next week, we head to Michigan. Then we head to... I can't remember exactly. I'll have to look at the schedule at the end of the race. But pace car into pit road, which means it is time to boogity 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 go racing. Chase Oliver leading the way on lap 1, but 2 people are right on his tail. Jesse Setti and Zach Rogers both are trying to figure out ways to get by one another and also to get around the 68. As we look around throughout the field to see what is going down as far as action on track. And so far, not a whole lot has really changed up in the top 10 at least. But meanwhile, Jesse Setti's still trying to work on reeling in the 68 right now. And she is right on the back bumper of Chase Oliver right now. And here she comes with a run on the inside of this corner, but I think Chase is going to get the advantage here coming off of this corner because it's an inside line corner. But Jesse said he's still right beside him. But Chase is going to be able to get the edge right here entering turn number 1. But Zach Rogers, whoa, said he about lost it coming off of that curbing. And about got into Zach Rogers right there. And now these two are battling for second, Zach Rogers and Jesse Setti. And meanwhile, Johnny Gardner trying to reel them in. Same with even DJ Curtis as well. Side by side between the 22 and the 9. And Rogers going to get the run right there. As we continue to look around throughout the field to keep an eye out for any accidents that might occur, especially in the bus stop. That tends to be the place where most of the wrecks we have here happen at. Or even in after turn number 1, sometimes wrecks can happen. Chase Oliver pulling away from everybody from second on back. Battle for the 4th spot between the top 2 in points, DJ Curtis and Johnny Gardner. Seth Cole with a run in there. And Gardner's teammate Anthony McCrory is in the mixture for the battle. Aaron Henderson, who has won a race this season. I can't remember where it was exactly, but Aaron Henderson running pretty solid right now in the 8th spot last time scored. And meanwhile, things are just getting pretty dicey. And whoa, Nathan Hudson took that corner way too wide and nearly had a mess. And we almost had an accident here with Sean Galligan and company. That could have been a major problem. Meanwhile, the battle for second continues between Jesse Setti and Zach Rogers, and this is exactly what Chase Oliver loves seeing right now, is those two still battling while he continues to pull away from the rest of the field. Let's see the margin at this time. And Rogers gained a little bit on Oliver, but not by much. As meanwhile, these two still are battling, and that is actually reeling in DJ Curtis now into the battle. And whoa, nearly a wreck right there. Zach Rogers looked like he had a similar situation earlier. As Jesse said, he got into the curb, the rumble strips, and almost got into somebody. Oh, and we got one car falling to the back, and that's James Qualls, but the only damage I see... actually, no damage. I guess he must have spun it out and saved it, so there will be no real need to look at a replay of that, but tough break for the 70 team. As meanwhile, look at this. It's like bump drafting trains going on right now. 3 trains going down. As meanwhile, Chase Oliver still leads, but by how much? 3/4 of a second. Jesse Setti actually gained on Chase as she went by Zach Rogers for second. Fastest lap of the day so far is David Rivera of a 67.712 on track. Next closest battle I could see right now. Looks like battle outside the top 10 with Nathan Hudson and Pichu London. But whoa, Hudson takes that corner wide again. And somehow no wreck has occurred. Whoa, contact with Tanner Sullivan, Austin Mongold. How in the world are they not wrecking? And now we got another car that's slipped back, Carson Gum. Not sure where these... Oh, it looked like it happened right on here in the front stretch, potentially. I don't know, but the margin of the lead has definitely shrunk. Now almost half a second separating Chase Oliver and Jesse Setti right now. But Carson Gum now running dead last after he must have had a spin on the front stretch. As we continue to look around to see what is happening. And so far everybody racing pretty clean right now. And Chase Oliver's still leading and Zach Rogers actually losing ground. Whoa, and almost contact with Aaron Henderson and DJ Curtis. That could have been a big problem. Back over the front, Jesse Setti continues to try and reel in Chase Oliver, but will it be enough? She might have some time, but we're coming to 2 laps to go. But you can definitely tell the 22 is definitely faster than the 68 in the margin. Cut almost in half, but not quite. And Zach Rogers slowly trying to reel in the top 2. Chase Oliver's got to try and hold off the charging number 22 of Jesse Setti for another lap and 3/4. Zach Rogers trying to figure out a plan to try to run faster than the top 2 in order for him to get in the picture. And whoa, Jesse Setti overdrove the corner. That might have sealed the deal right there. Man, what a tough break that was for the 22. She was reeling in the 68, and she looked like she overdrove the bus stop and is now going to potentially slip back to 3rd. Though she's battling hard with Zach Rogers to stay in 2nd, but that might have sealed her fate. Oh, and we got a car on pit road, and that's James McLeod. Something had to happen to him as the white flag is out, and as you will see on the lower right of your screen, what might have happened to the 51 of James McLeod. As we continue to look around throughout the field to see what's happening, but man, I can't believe that. That is a tough break for the 22. She had something going to try to get her first win this season, and then she overdrives this corner, the bus stop, and it ends up costing her a shot at the win. And now Zach Rogers overdrives the corner and is going to lose 3rd. Johnny Gardner moves into the 3rd spot now. Man, it's getting really crazy. As we're coming into the final corners of the day, Chase Oliver, the dominator of the day, looking to gain as much points as possible for the top 30 and getting his 2nd win. Coming to the checkered flag, Chase Oliver wins the Sirius Satellite Radio at the Glen. Chase Oliver with his 2nd win of the season, and I would think this would be his 10th win in the history of this series. So he enters the double-digit club of wins in this series. What a dominating performance by that number 68 team out of Richard Childress Racing. As we look at the rest of the results, Jesse Setti, you gotta feel for her. She came so close to winning this race, and right there in that bus stop, she looked like she overdrove the corner, and it cost her a lot of valuable time, but she's going to be satisfied with a 2nd place run, their first top 5 this season. Johnny Gardner with a great run in third, and that's only his second top 5 this season. Shocker, right? Zach Rogers comes away with a great run in fourth, and then DJ Curtis with a solid top 5 finish in the 5th spot. Aaron Henderson, the highest finishing rookie in the 6th position. Great performance for him out of Yates Racing. Seth Cole with a great run in 7th. Great run for Anthony McCurry in 8th. Solid run for Dorian Facepuncher in 9th. And PJ Williams, great run in the 10th spot. Rest of the top 20 was David Rivera, Katie Cochran, Pichu London, Nathan Hudson, Chris Washer, Jessica Shelton, Charles Sanford, Sean Galligan, John Cittadino, and Jonathan Zorline. Rest of the top 30, Bob Jones, William Duncan, Dylan Young, Tim Walsh, Ryan Acosta, Austin Mongold, Michael Norman, Preston Plord, Austin LaPlante, and Tanner Sullivan. Rest of the top 40 was Kyle Keith, Alan Cavagnaro, Dylan Thoreau, Devin Becker, Sky Commons, Trent Dunham, Angel Navarro, Matt McIntyre, James Qualls, Carson Gum, James McLeod 2 laps down, and Joshua Collard was out of the race. I guess the incident must have involved him and McLeod, but there you go. That does it for our coverage today here at the Glen, as we're getting closer and closer to the chase for the championship. You have no idea. It's going to be crazy. Next week we head to Michigan, and then after that we head to Atlanta, Darlington, and then Kansas. And then we also have the Chase LCQ event at Dragonet before the chase begins. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I am Levi. Here are your results, rookie points and regular points, and this is Levi McIntyre signing off.